This is KHQA Overtime with Chris Dewar. Brought to you by Con Communications. This is KHQA. It's your news now.
And this is Saturday, October the 11th, and you have entered overtime on this, the first weekend of the fall postseason in tri-state sports. And let us all hope that this day was an indication of what's to come over the next 8 weeks, because today was nothing short of incredible for drama, happenings, and just general highlight goodness. We had a potential program-changing upset tonight. We had a rushing record set that's just going to blow your mind, but mostly today we had high-stakes softball. The kind that is either win or start practicing basketball, that kind of variety. 3 district titles on the line in Northeast Missouri, starting with the rematch everyone was anticipating. Yes, Palmyra versus Highland, round number 2. Obviously, that young Palmyra lineup loose coming in today, not feeling the pressure so much. That's a good thing. Highland tried to turn up the pressure behind the flamethrower, Dana Flanagan, who was on her game early, but so too was Shelby Cunningham, who pitches around a triple here with 1, 2, and 3 strikeouts to help get that done, getting out of the jam. Still scoreless in this game in the bottom of the second, and again it is Shelby Cunningham making use of the low at the knees fastball, getting out of another jam right there. She avoids danger, but in the bottom of the third, it is Danger's turn to win. How about this? Shelby with a nice changeup, but Avery Johnson was sitting changeup. That's just pure power. Went down in the strike zone to pick that up and knock it out of the yard. That, my friends, makes it 1-0. Dana Flanagan just kept pitching well and then aiding her own cause. This a 2-run jack in the 4th inning. Oh my goodness, great stuff there. Extends Highland's lead out to 3-0. Top of the 5th in this one. Pick it up, Palmyra with a threat working, but the rare 7-4 double play. Yeah, you heard me. Gets the Highland Cougars out of the inning. And then how about Taylor Hamilton to close things out with a little defense, shutting the door on any hope of a Palmyra comeback in the top of the 7th. Beautiful catch from Taylor Hamilton. And it, my friends, is time to celebrate yet again in Cougar country as Highland gets it done, gets the big-time win over their arch nemesis. That's 2 years in a row the Lady Cougars have got to hoist the championship trophy, and that is wonderful stuff for the Highland Lady Cougars. Big-time win and big-time momentum going into Wednesday's sectional, which they will host against a very good Centralia team, which beat North Callaway today 3-0. That game set for Wednesday. No game time has yet been set on that front. Meanwhile, elsewhere in Class 2 today, Louisiana Bowling Green going at it today. Louisiana with home field advantage, but they would be the visitor as the lower seed. Bowling Green tries to set the tone earlier in this one behind Destiny Lindsay. Love that name. Great pitching from her earlier in this one. But you know what? With a runner at third base, her defense would betray her and betray her badly right here. Scoreless, but not for long. Louisiana on the simple pop-up. Plates a run, takes a 1-0 lead in this ball game. Destiny Lindsay not very happy about that. She would take out her frustrations here via the nasty rise ball. You know what? Louisiana was trying to make that lead stand up. They would do it with great defense. Sam Henderson behind the plate showing off the cannon shot to second base. Runner caught stealing. And then Bowling Green finds some momentum right here. It's Mallory Feldyworth right here tying the game, driving home Abigail Moore. At that point, my friends, making it a 1-all game. We had drama working because Louisiana's pitcher, Caitlin Van Hoosier, would settle in nicely from there. The rise ball everywhere today. Good stuff from her. It's hero time, however, on the other end of things. Pitcher versus pitcher. Destiny Lindsay going to win it with the bat right here, giving her team a 2-1 lead on the misplay right there. Bowling Green going to try to make that stand up. We had drama to the very last pitch in this one, but thanks to Alyssa Starks right there of House Stark with a beautiful catch right there. That ends the threat. Bowling Green moving on, beats Louisiana on its home turf today. 2-1 was your final. Up next, for Bowling Green is an undetermined opponent because of all the rain we had down in the St. Louis area this week. It will either be Metro, Principia, Lutheran North, or Kennedy. Regardless, that game will be played Wednesday at Bowling Green. We'll hopefully get you a result of that one on Monday so we know who Bowling Green's playing. I would assume that's when things are going to get finished. They still have semifinals and finals to play there. Good stuff coming there. Good stuff coming up here as well. Now, somewhere along the way, the Knox County softball squad picked up an unlikely mascot/lucky charm, a box turtle that someone had given the team and who had held a place of esteem and prominence in the Lady Eagle dugout until this week when the girls decided to free their reptilian friend. They got a replacement. I think that's Donatello. Cowabunga, dudes, indeed. Canton's defense in this one was nails today, and it starts behind the plate with Jensen Crenshaw. Are you kidding me? Stretch, extension, Pudge Rodriguez type stuff in his prime. Lauren Dale on her game early on with a strikeout right here. However, she would get some run support as well as Knox County goes up first. Lindsey Hubble with a sac fly, good enough to play to run. Lady Eagles leading 1-0. Could have been much worse in this ball game at numerous different times, but the Canton Lady Tigers have been known to play some defense. Hold up your hand high if your niece is Bailey Hoeing. Oh, don't you love it when Bay leaves her feet and makes good things happen? Bailey Hoeing doing it with a defense right there. Nicely done there. 2-0 Eagles now in the bottom of the fourth. Another threat mounting. Hope Miller trying to make something happen, but look at Allison Phillips with a stab at third. That sets up this, an unassisted double play by Allie Carper, making the unassisted double play at first base, getting her team out of the jam there. Top of the sixth, the Canton offense finally awakens. It starts with the freshman lefty, and she is a good one. Olivia Jarvis putting the ball in play right here, making good things happen, setting up some runners into position to score. Now, relief pitcher comes on for Knox. Still a tough task for Canton. You got to get this done because you're running out of time. Bailey Hoeing, RBI single, makes it 2-1. First run of the ball game for Canton. Still on the frame, it's Allie Carper stepping to the plate, and she's going to go the opposite way, dropping one in. For another run, we're tied up at two outs at this point. Canton's still looking for something good to happen. Alexis Janney, play the hero, puts one down into short left center field. The go-ahead run. Still, defense would be huge down the stretch. A double play to finish, and this outstanding catch again out in center field. My goodness, what a day for the Canton defense. Everywhere, every time, every single opportunity they needed, they got, except running home into the dugout because that was hard apparently. Still, Canton is your district champs today. Way to go, Lady Tigers. Thrilling game between them and a really good Knox County team today. Feel bad for Lauren Dale and company. They fought hard. But Canton is your winner, and Canton is moving on. And for their efforts, Canton will get to host Macon County coming up on Wednesday in the sectional. Again, game time to be determined. And we are just warming up here on Overtime. We've got college football records, a major college football upset today. We've got Mark Twain kids back at home playing against Culver Stockton today. We've got volleyball. We've got cross country. We got it all for you. Overtime rolls on more next.
You're watching KHQA Overtime with Chris Dewar. Brought to you by Con Communications.
This season in the city of Jefferson, the Quincy University Hawks were party to the setting of a new GLVC rushing record, just not kind of the party they had hoped to be, as Lincoln running back Morris Henderson delivered 6 rushing touchdowns, a new league-high watermark in that school's first ever GLVC game, all at QU's defensive expense. Why dredge up the past, you ask? Because it's important today. Tom Pagic's team atoning on many different fronts. Last week, defense couldn't get off the field. Rough first half, but great second half for the Hawks today as they brought it defensively. Tanner Day all fired up on the sack exchange right here. Yeah, love this kid's sack celebration. I'll tell you what, the Hawks aren't done. Swarming today against Willie Tyndall, going back and just kind of getting chased everywhere. It's Ike Onike coming up with the sack eventually as part of a combination pass rush for the Hawks, and then it was the Chris Harris show. I tell you what, everybody who follows the Central State 8 knows exactly who the former Sacred Heart running back is. The GLVC learned the hard way today that the redshirt freshman is a powerhouse today, an absolute powerhouse. Setting up this drive, speaking of Central State 8, it's Nick Lonergan, pride of Jacksonville High School. Beautiful throw right there, hooking up with Eric Poindexter to keep the drive moving. And here comes Mr. Harris, a 1-yard plunge, one of 7 touchdown runs today, breaking and usurping the record formerly held up until today by Mr. Morris Henderson. It now belongs to Chris Harris, who also today rushed for 218 yards and set a new school record with a 93-yard rushing touchdown. Fun, exciting game today. The Hawks break out big time on offense, drop 59 points thanks to those 7 touchdowns from Mr. Chris Harris. Tell you what, Central State 8 represent, and QU wins big time today. Final count in this one, 59-34 was how it all shook down. I talked about big upsets today. How about Western Illinois? Oh my goodness, huge win at Youngstown State, their first since 2003. I think I was at that game, as I recall. Western Illinois gets it done today, 30-24, exactly the game Bob Nielsen and company needed, that has eluded them twice before when they had seemingly Southern Illinois and also last week North Dakota State on the ropes at times. They finally get it done, which makes next week's showdown at home with Illinois State absolutely monstrous. Western Illinois, new life, new momentum. Good stuff for the Leathernecks today and for the Quincy University Hawks, as I mentioned earlier. Let's move on. Culver Stockton today hosting Central Methodist. Jody Ford's team. Jake Hoffman having a record day today. Looking to Nick Hill right here on the pass play. Oh my goodness, big pickup right there, and then Hoffman going to do it all of his own accord as well, this time with the legs. He's got scrambling ability, going to roll out, kind of create some opportunities, and there he goes, keeping the chains moving right here. How about some play action from the Wildcats as well? Hoffman rolls to his left, and we'll find Will Cone wide open for the touchdown, one of 4 touchdown passes on the day by Mr. Hoffman. Culver ties it up at that point at 7 apiece. Mark Twain, 3 starters from Mark Twain High School on the Central Methodist team. They include Colin Sizemore. Look at that fellow with a quarterback sack right there. That's his 4th of the season. Big loss. Refs called him in the grass, by the way. That's why it didn't finish up. CMU exposed the Wildcats secondary today. Nick Stevens with plenty of time in the pocket. He finds Sean Whitley for the big pickup on down the sidelines. And that sets up Stevens back to the air, this time with the touchdown strike to Paul Stevens right in your living room right there. That made it 14-7. Jody Ford, pleased. Cancer survivor, tri-state native. We've got a story on him coming your way this week, as well as on those 3 Mark Twain alums coming up tomorrow night. How about this guy? Tyler Steinkamp has been a phenomenal freshman find for his program, just running hard right here. Down to the 20. A few plays later, that would set up Keenan Honore right there, doing all kinds of fun stuff right there to make it 24-7. But Culver not dead yet. They would hit a short punt, unfortunately, and CMU would extend that lead, I should say, 31-14 at that point. However, Culver does have a comeback in him, and it's going to be a good one. Culver fighting. This time it's going to be Mr. Hoffman hooking up with Nick Hill, who had a monster day again, getting things done right here as the offense comes back to life, down 31-14, as I mentioned. Hoffman to Hill, big-time pickup, which would set up this, another Hoffman touchdown strike of 12 yards, cut the lead to 37-24. Unfortunately, would get no closer for Culver Stockton. Central Methodist with the win today. Central Methodist is rolling. Great things going on in Fayette. Final count in this one sees the Wildcats go down to defeat. 44-30 was your final there. A couple of scores to pass along to you today. Big-time win for Illinois College today against Monmouth, and a number of tri-state locals who returned to the area, including Alex Shepard out of Brown County, who had 9 tackles and an interception and a defensive cause for Monmouth. Story of the day, though, Illinois College gets the win. Michael Bates becomes the 3rd all-time leading passer in Midwest Conference history. Things did not go at all today for McMurray, taking on undefeated St. Scholastica, who I had never heard of until this day. St. Scholastica apparently can play some Division III football. They drop a bombshell on McMurray. 55-7 is your final there. We've got another high school score to pass along, and the news is not good for Illini West, taking on undefeated Momence. The rumor was going into this game that Momence was a little overrated, hadn't played anybody. Apparently they now have, and they've played them well. Momence beats Illini West 41-8 today. Only touchdown of the day comes courtesy of Austin Kerfman, the big fullback from Illini West. As mentioned, Caden Houston continues to be a tackling machine today. 14 tackles as Momence gets the win 41-8, your final there. We've got cross country to talk about today over at Uland Acres. Always fun. The Liberty Invitational will start you off with the women, and that means we're talking about Carly Garnett, the pride of Illini West. Took the lead early, would never relinquish it. Maddie Eck of Lutheran is in second, but look behind her. Mariah Brody just kind of reeling her in slowly over the course of the back end of this race. The excitement and the drama wasn't at number 1. We knew Carly Garnett was going to win. She was a full minute better than everybody else. Carly in at 19 minutes for the victory today. Mariah Brody would end up finishing second, however, catching Miss Eck in the last stage of this and actually just blistering her down the stage. 20 minutes even for Mariah as she finishes second. 4th place on the girls' side today went to Liberty's own Caitlin Obert in a time of 20:20. Then the Quincy High contingent starts coming in, and Quincy High as a team today won the girls' title. Starts with Kendall Marks in 5th, Lexi Bordewick in 6th, Lily Seals in 9th today. So congratulations to those girls. Also Quincy Notre Dame with a nice showing today. As you see there, Sarah Lewis would come in 11th place, and Morgan Groh out of Illini West finishes 12th. We're going to advance now over to the boys' side today where we knew. Now keep going with the video if we can. Can we go back to the video quickly? All right, we'll come back to the video. Unfortunately, I had boys' highlights to show you. Let me talk about them real quick because I'm not sure we're going to get to them now. Quincy High's Brendan Kroger finished second today to Nathan Alt of Monmouth. The Quincy High boys win today, led by Brendan. Also a nice showing today by Wendell Bias, who finishes 5th on the day. Boys results, 2nd place for Quincy High's Brendan Kroger, as I mentioned. Lucas Boer of Liberty finished 3rd on the day. Wendell Bias 5th. Oh, look at this. We've got the highlights back on the boys' side. And here they come. You see Brendan Kroger right there running in 2nd place currently. He had the lead early. Nathan Alt took it away from him, and Alt's going to win blistering pace today, 16-15. Brendan Kroger about to come in 2nd for Quincy High School at a time of 16:41. Then it's the Liberty contingent starting. Liberty had a pretty good day, finishing 4th on the day as a team in what has become a very loaded field. Lucas Boer is going to finish 3rd, as I mentioned, as you will see him come down the stretch right here. Wendell Bias from Quincy High School going to finish in a time of 17:12. That is good for Quincy High for 5th place. His teammate Wyatt Wollaston really going to hustle it and really going to show some effort down the stretch. Going to finish 7th in a time of 17:26. Liberty's Reed Tate would come in 8th today at 17:32. Also from Liberty, Logan Wade in the top 10 as well. Now let's move on and talk about our Seeds of Greatness. That is the Burris Hybrid Seeds of Greatness, where we give you the spotlight on the future of Tri-State sports. The future of Tri-State cross country is Caitlin Robbins, already a defending IESA state champion today. She won the sectional today in a time of 11:24. That was fast enough to finish 2nd today in the boys race. She will likely win a state championship next weekend. She has not been defeated yet this year. That should be good stuff. But Liberty all the way across the board. Junior high showing out today. The boys, led by Jordan Nison's 3rd place finish, finished 1st today and win the sectional. The girls advanced to state as well, finishing 2nd. State is next weekend. Good stuff. Liberty, the future bright in Runtown there yet again. Soccer today, Quincy Notre Dame, nice win at United Township. Jacob Becker with a pair of goals in that as well. Let's do some volleyball. The morning session first from the Quincy High School Invitational today. Quincy High School opening strong with the serving of Malaya Blakemore right here is going to throw in the ace to kind of get things started. But all of the Blue Devils had a hand in this 2-0 victory today. Allie Sparrow throwing down hard. Then it is the fantastic youngster, Sierra Urke, doing some things right there. Little left-handed knuckleball, if you will. Anna Stock making her presence felt with the surface ace that no one decided apparently needed to be served back up. Katie Heining doing some nice things here as well. And we'll leave you with a little Sierra Erkey, but we're going to continue with the highlight package. Quincy High School wins in straight games to advance to the championship game. More highlights of that in a second. How about Hannibal and Cahokia today? Hannibal Lady Pirates riding the Shelby Nelson block right here. Good stuff coming up as Hannibal starts really strong in this one. Then it's Sydney Bennett going to do some things as well. The Lady Pirates kind of got good all-over contributions in what was a 25-9 win in game number 1, and that continued in game number 2 with a 25-11 win. Kaylin Bailey with some nice kill action coming up right here. Oh, from the back as well, Sydney Bennett serving up a couple of aces to end this set of highlights, but the highlight reel will continue as Hannibal wins this one 25-9, 25-11. Hannibal finished 6 out of 16 teams. One more set of highlights here to show you Liberty and Belleville going at it today. Liberty looked really good against Belleville in this one. Starts with some Brooklyn Murphin action in this one as Brooklyn going to get the job done and help lead her team to victory, or actually to a comeback in this one. Madeline Heyer going to serve up a pretty ace as well. Liberty did fall to Belleville, but they gave it a heck of a try today. Liberty looking really good at that point. And now let's take you to the championship game highlights between Quincy High and Metamora as we switch gears and go to the next set of highlights. Quincy High gets in the hole early. Rachel Klein going to muscle one right here through the Blue Devil wickets, and then Jillian Erkey going to do the same thing. Quincy High falls behind 11-2, but that only sets up a much better comeback for the Blue Devils. Malaya Blakemore going to set up Sierra Erkey again for the easy kill shot right there. Then it's Jordan Holtmeyer doing her thing as well. Quincy High comes all the way back, wins in straight games, and takes the tournament title at their place. Good stuff from the Blue Devils. A couple of other volleyball scores to mention to you tonight. In passing, Southeastern wins its 11 billionth game in a row. They're now 30-1. They're phenomenal today, beating Cissna Park. All tournament selections there were Colby McClelland, Dakota Limpkeman, and Emma Derry. Also, Holy Trinity runs roughshod, goes 4-1 in a great tournament. Their only loss today was to Johnston, the number 2 team in 5A. Holy Trinity is a 1A school, and I think now has 5 wins against 5A competition this year. That's pretty impressive as well. And in tennis, congratulations to Amy Dawson and Alyssa Daly, who finished second in the doubles today at the Moline Invitational. And we'll have more overtime for you coming up after this. What's that? Oh, that's not your fault. I was just trying to make sure we stayed on them. Well picked up. Yes, and we'll pitch out after the graphic. And then we'll see where we are time-wise. Get rid of Guthrie altogether. Float college scores into the last block. Or move it into the last block, I should say. If we have time, we'll do them. If we don't, we'll just say goodbye. Thank you. It is Con Communication Connection time right here on Overtime as we unveil our now third nominee for the month of October for your consideration as the best sports coupling of this week. And it's a pretty good one. I'm a sucker for a really good celebration, and we had one this week. First career varsity home run for Knox County's Hope Miller. As we take a look at the highlights right here. Beautiful stuff from her right here. This in the game against Schuyler County the other night. Good home run. Nice piece of hitting to get it down low in the strike zone. But we love the celebration right here. The girls with the "we're not worthy" thing. And then when Hope turns around, check out the smile on her face because that is absolutely priceless. Eventually, you will see it here. Great stuff from Hope. Good for her. Big time home run. And she is now your third nominee. But she will have some stiff competition for the play of the month because we've got a couple of good ones already on the board. Of course, the immaculate reception that Jace Glover came away with for Macon against South Shelby was just absolutely brilliant. And the Taryn Ritter interception, which he juggled last week for Monroe City, not any less brilliant. So lots of really good stuff there, and we'll have more overtime for you coming up after this. Oh, okay, that's fine. Just come back to me then. Actually, check that. Come straight back to the college scoreboard. And we'll go fast, so be cycling through as soon as I can find it. I'm going to fly. Right. Lightning round for scores today. Culver Stockton women victorious in soccer. HLG women victorious in soccer. Culver Stockton men fall to Baker. Culver Stockton men fall to Baker. HLG men beat Freed Hardeman. Culver Stockton goes 1-3 in the Spartan Invitational today, beating St. Louis Pharmacy in volleyball. And the Truman State men and women cross country teams sweep the Haskell Indian Nations invites. Hannibal's Emma Trenhale finishes second individually. I am all out of time. Thanks for joining us. Have a great weekend. See Will right here tomorrow. Now into the squared circle. Enjoy the wrestling, everybody.